Okay, the first behavior that is very rude in my opinion, talking to your friends when your lecturer is explaining. And the reason behind it, it will make your lecture, when your lecturer is explaining, it will make your lecture is not focused about the material that your lecturer is gonna explain, and then the risk that you're gonna get, you will not understand about the material if you're not paying attention to your material when your lecture is, and when your lecturer is explaining, and then yeah, you will lost the respect from your lecture. The second behavior that is very rude, didn't collect assignment that is given by your lecturer on time. The reason behind it, maybe you already made agreement with your lecturer. You're gonna collect your assignment maybe tomorrow, but you didn't collect it tomorrow. Maybe the reason you haven't finished the task, and then maybe your lecturer gonna get disappointed, and then yeah. And then the third behavior that is very rude in my opinion, didn't follow the rules that exist on campus in university or maybe in school. Because if we want to be, because myself as a I already take a major faculty of English program, because and then of course I'm going to be a teacher. Of course we have to get rid of that bad behavior, like we are disobeying the rules that is already made by the university. And if we want to be a teacher, we have to be disciplined, and we have to grow that is behavior, that is discipline. We have to follow the rules that is made in school or maybe in university. Okay, the fourth behavior that is very rude is copying your friend's assignment when your lecturer give you assignment. Like the reason behind it, it's not really fair. You didn't give any effort to your own assignment, or maybe if you didn't understand about your assignment, there are so many options to do. You could use a Google to search for the answer, or for the answer that is maybe search the question that for your assignment that is given by your lecturer. Then the behavior that is rude, first coming late to the class when the lecturer already come to the class and then explain the material. And the reason behind it, it will bother your lecturer when your lecturer is still explaining, and then it will make your lecturers not focused to explain the material. And then the second behavior that is rude, not saying thank you when people already help us. Even the reason behind it, at least say thank you, even though that person is not fully helping us, but at least that person already give them the effort to help us. And the third behavior that is rude, sleeping when your lecturer already in class, when your lecturer already explaining something. Like, it's really rude. The reason behind it, why I'm saying it's really rude, because you didn't even respecting your lecturer, or maybe it's not appreciating your lecturer. Like your lecturer like while your lecturer explaining in the whiteboard in front of the class, and you just sleep. Like, there are so many risks that you're gonna get if you didn't focus on the material. And then the behavior that is not rude at all, in my opinion, playing games while the lecturer is not around, while the lecturer is not in class. The reason behind it, yeah, maybe it's frequently for me doing it. Like, I'm bored, and I'm always doing it to get rid of my bored, so that I'm always playing games and ask my other friends to play together. And then the second behavior that is not rude at all, joking around with your friends. The reason behind it, it's sometimes when you get bored, you're always joking around with your friends, but the lecturer is not in class, while not explaining something, while I'm frequently doing it with my friends, telling jokes to each other and then laughing together. And then the last behavior that is not really rude, that is not rude at all in my opinion, eating in class. Maybe the reason behind it, I think it's not really a problem. Maybe it's if you're really hungry and you haven't eat at your home, so I think it's not really a problem if you eat it in class while there's no lecturer inside the class.